The person we fall asleep and wake up with the thought of is the person we love the most. Dreams rarely come to us by accident. They are not always prophecies, yet they are never empty. In dreams, the heart speaks a language the mind tries to interrupt during the day. We hide feelings behind schedules, duties, logic, pride, and caution, but at night the soul removes its mask. That is why the people who appear in our dreams are often the ones who carry emotional weight in our lives, whether that weight comes from love, longing, fear, unfinished conversations, jealousy, desire, or silent hope. A dream is not always about the person you truly want. Sometimes it is about the person who has entered your emotional field most deeply. That may be a lover whose touch still lingers on your skin long after they leave. It may be a colleague whose attention confuses you more than you admit. It may be a friend who understands you so completely that your spirit keeps returning to their energy. Or it may be a secret admirer, someone whose feelings have already reached you on an invisible level before their words ever did. Dreams are emotional echoes. They gather what you suppress, exaggerate what you fear, and reveal what you can no longer deny. This horoscope is about those invisible attachments. Who visits your dream world? Who secretly replays your smile, your voice, your messages, your silence? Who lies awake thinking of you? And who has already crossed that line from passing curiosity into obsession? Your sign holds the answer, and your dreams may already know it. Aries. Aries dreams in flames, never in half colors. When you dream of someone, it is rarely casual. The person who keeps entering your sleep is most often a lover or almost lover, someone with whom the chemistry is strong enough to disturb your peace. You may act bold in daily life, but your dreams expose your softer side, the craving to be chosen, pursued, understood without explanation. Lately, the face returning to your inner world is likely someone who challenged you, someone who did not make it easy, someone whose distance only sharpened your desire. That is why they do not leave your head. They awakened your competitive heart, but also your hidden tenderness. At the same time, there is a strong sign that a secret admirer is dreaming of you more often than you realize. This person may not have your confidence or your fearless energy, so instead of speaking openly, they watch, wonder, and imagine. They replay your words and gestures, searching for proof that you may feel something too. Aries often attracts silent obsession because your fire gives other people courage in fantasy before it gives them courage in real life. Taurus. Taurus dreams with texture, memory, and emotional weight. You do not dream about random people. When someone appears repeatedly in your sleep, it is because they have touched something stable and precious inside you. For many Taurus natives, the one who does not leave your head is a friend who became emotionally dangerous. Perhaps the bond began with comfort, trust, and easy conversation, but somewhere along the way, feeling grew roots. Now your heart returns to them at night because the connection feels safe enough to imagine, yet risky enough to fear. There is also strong energy around a colleague who thinks about you far more than they admit. Taurus has a calm magnetism that makes people feel grounded, seen, and quietly tempted. You are not always flashy, but you are unforgettable. Someone around you may be developing a powerful attachment simply because your presence feels like peace in a chaotic world. This is the kind of attraction that grows slowly and then all at once, until you become the first thought in the morning and the last thought at night. Gemini. Gemini dreams in fragments, symbols, unfinished conversations, and sudden emotional reversals. The person showing up in your dreams now is very likely a colleague or intellectual equal, someone who stimulated your mind before they touched your heart. For you, attraction begins in conversation. A look can intrigue you, but a sharp mind can haunt you. That is why the one who will not leave your head is likely someone whose words stayed with you, someone witty, observant, clever, or unexpectedly deep. You may keep pretending it is nothing serious, but the repetition of their presence in your dream world says otherwise. At the same time, a secret admirer is strongly tied to your sign right now. Gemini often attracts people who become fascinated not only with your beauty, but with your unpredictability. They never fully know what version of you they will meet next, and that mystery becomes addictive. Someone may be silently obsessed with your voice, your humor, your messages, your online presence, or even the way you disappear and return. They are trying to decode you, and the more they try, the more you live in their mind. Cancer. Cancer dreams like the ocean remembers, deeply, emotionally, and without mercy. When someone enters your dreams again and again, it is usually because they have reached your inner sanctuary. The person who does not leave your head is most likely a lover, but not always a current one. Cancer often dreams of someone whose emotional imprint remains alive long after physical distance begins. You may be carrying a bond that was never fully spoken, fully healed, or fully released. That is why their face appears in your sleep with such tenderness and intensity. Your dreams are not always trying to bring them back. Sometimes they are helping you understand why they mattered so much. There is also a beautiful possibility that a friend is dreaming of you and slowly falling in love. Cancer has a way of making people feel emotionally sheltered, and that feeling is rare. Someone who started by leaning on your kindness may now be unable to stop thinking about you. They compare everyone else to the comfort they feel with you. They may hide it because they fear ruining the bond, but in private moments your name rises in them like a prayer. For Cancer, dreams are sacred emotional messages. They reveal who still has access to your tenderness. Leo. Leo dreams in cinematic scenes, powerful symbols, intense eye contact, and grand emotional stakes. The person who keeps returning to your thoughts is very often a secret admirer who is slowly becoming impossible to ignore, or a lover whose attention once made you feel radiant. Leo does not fall simply because someone is attractive. You fall when someone makes you feel vividly alive, admired, inspired, fully seen. That is why the person in your dreams now likely carries a strong gaze, a dramatic presence, or a confidence that matches your own fire. They leave an imprint because they did not approach you timidly in energy, even if they stayed silent in real life. At the same time, a colleague or socially connected person may be dreaming of you more than you suspect. Leo naturally draws admiration in public spaces. Someone who sees you operate with charisma, pride, and warmth may have developed a deep fascination. They are enchanted not only by how you look, but by how you carry yourself. You make people imagine a bigger life, a brighter romance, a stronger version of themselves. That is why admiration around you can quickly turn emotional. Your dreams are telling you something important. You are not craving attention. You are craving meaningful devotion. There is a difference. Leo can receive admiration from many, but only one presence has the power to follow you into sleep. Virgo. Virgo dreams quietly, but with astonishing precision. Your subconscious notices what your waking mind tries to organize away. The person who does not leave your head is often a colleague or friend, someone who entered your life through logic, routine, or practicality, then quietly became emotional significance. Virgo rarely admits how deeply they feel until those feelings begin appearing in dreams. You may keep analyzing every word, every delay, every small gesture, while pretending it is just observation. But repeated dreams mean the heart is already involved. You are especially likely now to dream of someone who seems composed on the outside but carries complexity underneath. This is because Virgo is drawn to what is hidden but sincere. You do not want loud passion without substance. You want the kind of person whose silence has meaning. That is why your dreams may center around unfinished conversations, mischances, workplaces, helping someone, or simply sharing an ordinary moment that feels strangely intimate. For you, love often begins where nobody else would notice it. Meanwhile, a secret admirer may be holding you in their thoughts with far more tenderness than you realize. Virgo has a subtle charm that becomes stronger the closer someone looks. At first, they notice your intelligence, your restraint, your elegance, your reliability. Then they begin to crave your attention in a way that surprises them. Someone may be watching you from a respectful distance, hoping for a sign that they are allowed to come nearer. Libra. Libra dreams in beauty, tension, and unfinished emotional symmetry. The person who keeps returning to your mind is often a lover or almost lover, someone with whom the chemistry felt elegant, magnetic, and slightly dangerous. You are ruled by attraction in its most refined form, so you rarely obsess over someone crude or careless. The one who follows you into sleep is likely a person whose presence felt like art. Beautiful voice, beautiful manners, beautiful sadness, beautiful mystery. They do not leave your head because something between you remained unresolved. A glance lasted too long. A conversation ended too soon. A possibility stayed hanging in the air like perfume. Libra also has a strong connection now to a secret admirer who cannot stop romanticizing you. People often see in you what they are missing in themselves: grace, charm, composure, emotional intelligence, and that rare ability to make almost anyone feel special. Someone around you is building entire inner love stories from your smiles, your politeness, your attention, your soft way of listening. They may never confess immediately, because your elegance makes people want to approach you perfectly, and perfection delays courage. Your dreams now are trying to separate surface attraction from soul attraction. Some people admire your beauty. Scorpio. Scorpio dreams in symbols, shadows, locked doors, burning eyes, and emotional truths too intense for daylight. The person who does not leave your head is most often a lover, but not an ordinary one. This is someone who entered your emotional field with force. Perhaps the connection was physical, perhaps spiritual, perhaps forbidden, perhaps incomplete, but it was never shallow. Scorpio does not dream repeatedly of what means nothing. If someone returns again and again in your sleep, it means they touched your deepest instincts, your trust issues, your hunger, your fear of surrender, your desire to belong completely to one soul. There is also a powerful sign that a secret admirer or even a silent obsessed person is dreaming of you intensely. Scorpio naturally creates strong reactions. People either resist you or fall under your gravity. Someone around you may be thinking about you far more than they admit, replaying your look, your voice, the way you notice what others miss. You make people feel seen and exposed at the same time, and that combination can become unforgettable. Even those who tell themselves to stay away may find their thoughts circling back to you in private. Your dreams now are not light entertainment. They are emotional signals. The one in your head may represent unfinished intimacy, unresolved desire, or a bond that neither of you fully knows how to name. Scorpio often senses attachment before proof appears, and dreams are one of your strongest warning systems. Sagittarius. Sagittarius dreams in motion, roads, airports, laughter, mischances, impossible timing, and people who awaken something wild and hopeful inside you. The person who keeps returning to your thoughts is often a friend who could have become more, or a lover tied to freedom, travel, distance, or adventure. You do not usually stay mentally stuck on people unless they represent possibility. That is why the one who will not leave your head is likely someone who made life feel larger, brighter, less ordinary. They are linked not just to romance, but to expansion. With them you felt more alive, more curious, more like yourself. At the same time, there is strong energy around a colleague or acquaintance secretly dreaming of you. Sagittarius has a contagious spirit. People are drawn to your humor, honesty, recklessness, and light. You make them imagine a life beyond routine. Someone near you may be falling not only for your appearance, but for the emotional freedom they feel in your presence. They may seem casual on the outside, but inwardly they are replaying your words and wondering what it would feel like to become important to you. Your dreams are urging you to look beneath your instinct to keep moving. Sometimes you call something just fun because the truth feels heavier. But if one person keeps showing up at night, especially in dreams about journeys, laughter, reunions, or near confessions, your subconscious is pointing to a deeper attachment. Capricorn. Capricorn dreams in controlled silence, meaningful details, familiar rooms, and emotions that only appear when the defenses finally sleep. The person who does not leave your head is very often a colleague or someone connected to your goals, daily structure, or long-term plans. For you, attraction rarely feels separate from respect. You are haunted by people who impress you, steady you, challenge your standards, or quietly match your ambition. That is why your dreams may keep returning to someone reliable, intelligent, disciplined, and emotionally harder to read than others. What holds your attention is rarely chaos. It is depth hidden beneath composure. At the same time, a secret admirer is likely thinking of you with much more emotion than you suspect. Capricorn can seem difficult to reach, but that very restraint makes people curious. They notice your strength, self-control, loyalty, and seriousness, then begin wondering what tenderness lives underneath. Someone around you may be fascinated by the rare softness you show only in fragments. A small kindness from you can mean more to them than a dramatic declaration from someone else. Your dreams now are asking you to admit that longing does not make you weak. If a person keeps appearing in your subconscious, it means your heart has found significance, even if your mind has not given permission yet. Aquarius. Aquarius dreams in symbols, alternate realities, strange timing, electric conversations, and connections that feel unusual from the very beginning. The person who keeps returning to your thoughts is often a friend or intellectual companion whose bond slowly crossed into emotional territory. Aquarius rarely falls in ordinary ways. You begin with ideas, curiosity, and a sense that this person understands your inner world differently from everyone else. Then one day they are suddenly everywhere in your mind. The dreams begin, the logic weakens, the emotional attachment starts living beneath your independent exterior. There is also strong indication that a secret admirer is deeply fascinated by you. Aquarius attracts people through originality. Your distance, brilliance, unpredictability, and emotional complexity make others want to solve you, follow you, and understand you. Someone may be watching you quietly, studying your tastes, your silences, your contradictions, hoping to figure out how to enter your world. What they do not realize is that you can feel energetic attention long before words are spoken. That may be why certain faces start appearing in your dreams even when you barely acknowledge them by day. Your dreams now are trying to translate feelings you have not fully named. You may tell yourself the connection is just mental, just friendly, just interesting, just unusual. But repeated dreams are proof that the soul is already involved. Pisces. Pisces dreams as if the soul were writing letters to itself. For you, the boundary between dream, memory, longing, intuition, and spiritual connection is always thin. The person who does not leave your head is most often a lover or a secret admirer whose energy you have already felt without fully understanding why. Pisces can sense emotional attachment before it is spoken, and that is why your dreams are so vivid. The person returning to you at night is not random. They may be someone you miss, someone you desire, someone who wounded you softly, or someone whose soul seems strangely familiar even if the story is still beginning. There is also a beautiful sign around a friend who dreams of you with growing tenderness. Pisces often inspires deep emotional projection. People feel safe telling you secrets, showing weakness, revealing the parts of themselves they hide from others. Over time, that emotional intimacy turns into love more often than they planned. Someone around you may already be carrying feelings too delicate to confess, hoping you sense them before they must say them aloud. Your dreams are especially important now because they are not only reflections, they are invitations. The one in your head is there because your heart recognizes a bond that reason cannot neatly explain. Perhaps it is unfinished love.